Alright guys, today in the shop we have a 2009, this is a Chevy Silverado 3500 series, and we're having a problem with the headlight. The wiring harness is bad, and we're going to take the headlight out and put a new wiring harness in, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So after you got your hood popped, you're going to have 8 of these clips holding this whole panel in up here. Alright, and you're going to want to get a screwdriver to take them out, or you could use a trim tool. I already started taking some of these out, but you can see they're recessed in. So what you can do is, if you look, there's a little groove in there. You can take a screwdriver pretty much and pry up on it, and then you could probably pull it up the rest of the way with your finger. If it's still tight, that's where you can get your trim tool in. After that, slide it in there and just pop it up, and that's how you get all of those out. So we're going to go ahead now that these are all loose, and we're going to lift this panel up and take it off. And before you go prying up on that, just make sure you take all the clips out, because when you do pry up on this, all those clips are going to go flying onto the ground or into your motor, and you're not going to have them to put it back on properly, and this will just be flopping around under there. So we're going to lift this up now, and we can just remove that. Look at the front of the truck, come over here. You're going to see a 10mm bolt here. There's going to be 4 of them. So you got 1, 2, 3, and there's your 4th one. I'm just going to use the gun. All 4 bolts are out. Now if you come around on the other side of the grill, I will show you right there. See those clips? So what you want to do is get a set of pliers, and you're going to squeeze on them and push inward to get those clips out. So you got 1 there. And we'll come back around to the other side, and you'll see you got 1 there, and there's also, I'm sorry I didn't show you on the other side, there's also going to be 1 on the bottom on the other side as well. Now on some models there will be another one. You can see it right there, and the location of that is pretty much, there's your light, come in a little bit and go right down, and it's all the way down there at the bottom, and there's going to be 1 on the other side as well. So you want to take your needle nose, or regular pliers will work too. You're going to squeeze on it, and as you squeeze on this, you're going to want to use your other hand, mine's holding the phone, but you're going to want to use that to pull on the grill a little bit so that you can get this to recess in. And then you're going to want to go do the same thing for the one that's down the bottom down there. Alright, so I'm squeezing in on the clip, and I'm pulling on the grill a little bit. Pull the top one out. Now I'm going to squeeze on the bottom one and pull the bottom out. And this side is now loose. So you want to do the same thing to the other side. Now, if you go to try to pull on this, you're still going to feel some resistance. Okay, so you want to come up here and look. See how this little tab is folded over here? You want to pull up on those. Alright, and there's only 1 other one right here. Alright, pull up on those, and you should be able to pull this off with no problems whatsoever. Pull it off like that. On the top of your headlight, if you look, I already started backing this one out. You're going to have a 10mm right here. So go to the edge of your light and straight back. Okay, and then go ahead and pull that out. And if you come all the way down the bottom of your light and look in, you're going to see another 10mm. That one right there. So I already started loosening that one. We'll go ahead and pull that out. Alright, now you want to come around to your fender, and you're going to have 7mm right here, which I had already loosened up. But use your ratchet to take that out. Okay, now you can pretty much pull on your wheel well here, right behind here, right up where my finger is. It's hard to see in there. There it is right there. You see it? I already started loosening that out. You're going to need a ratchet to get to that. Before we're able to pull this light out, I want you to look right down the side of the light. Okay? Actually, you can see 1 up top. Here's your this whole bracket right here. So when we try to slide this out, this light is hitting this bracket. So we have a bolt. Turn the light on right at the top there. All right, and then come down to the middle, and you're going to see another one right there. And then if you go down to the bottom, right under the light, you're going to see the 3rd one. They're all 10mm. We're going to take them off and slide this bracket out of the way. All right, our bracket's out of the way. We can kind of just let it hang there. And now you want to come around here. This light socket here, this big one, it's got a little metal clip on it. All right, get a screwdriver and just push forward on that clip, which I had already done, so it's loose. But that'll pop that right off of there. See, that just clips back on there like that. Little metal clip. Well, you want to push that forward and slide that off. All right, now, this is a part of the video that I saw a lot of other people don't cover. So technically, you should be able to slide this light out now. What happens on these trucks, right here on the inner fender, it's going to get caught up. And the light's going to be real hard to slide out of here. And people don't really want to show you this on videos because they could be held liable. But I'm telling you, you're probably going to have to do this. And I'm not going to be liable. Do this at your own risk. But you're going to need to put a screwdriver right under this lip of this fender and kind of pry up to bend this metal a little bit, because it gets stuck on the headlight and it won't let you slide it out. As you can see, I had already bent this up a little bit, but you are going to have to get a screwdriver and possibly bend that up a little bit. Just be really careful. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and slide that light out now that I already bent that metal up. So, pull, and it's still tight even though I bent it up, and there's your light. Alright, now I don't need to take the rest of the light out because I'm only changing the harness. Alright, so we're going to continue with that on changing this harness, and I'll give you the part number for this. There's your GM number there, 259-62806. This particular truck, this is a 2009, so I believe that harness will fit 07 to 2013, but double check first. I'm not 100% confident, but I'm 95% sure that that's the year range there. Now, this is actually going to be really simple. So here's our big plug here. Remember with the little metal clip we took off with the screwdriver? That one there. So we are going to, looks like there's a tab here. We're going to push down on the back of that and pull that out. I'm going to need 2 hands for that. And then once that's disconnected, it's really just turning all these and pulling them out. Kind of turn. Yeah, they're going to turn and they're going to pull right out. Alright, and this one down here looks like it's got a little clip on there that you're just going to pull up on. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Yep, and she's coming out there. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this one first, and then I'm going to work my way around. But alright, got the new one in. Again, I just pretty much pulled on this harness while I pushed down on this here, and it came right out. Now, it's pretty much self-explanatory on what goes where. You can't really mess this up because these two here look exactly like those two. Alright, this one here matches that one there, and then you got your little one here with the little one here with the orange grommet, which pretty much matches this one down here. So you can't really mess it up. You just kind of put them where they're supposed to go. Alright, so we'll start pulling them out one by one. And if you do get confused, the wires are color coded. So you see this one that we took out of the top here, it's yellow, and what's this? Looks like it looks dark brown, but I think that's actually a black. Yeah, it is a black, right? And then if you go to your one on the bottom, which has the same adapter, you can see that one's got the green and white and the black. So going to your new one, you can see there's the green and white and the black. And then on the other one, where's it at? There it is. This one has the yellow and the black. So you kind of know exactly where they're all going. Pretty much plug and play. Those two are plugged in. Coming up to these have actual bulbs in them. So these are going to have to come out of here. You can see the bulbs. And these pretty much just pull up. Careful. I'm doing this with one hand. I don't want to break the glass with my hand. But wobble them back and forth very gently. You can pull it up out of there like that. And then just put this... As long as it's operating okay, just put this right back into your light there. Just like that. And that's it. My new harness is all connected. Now just turn the lights on, make sure it works before you bolt everything back up. And when you're bolting it back up, just retrace your steps. Just a bunch of 10 millimeters and your 7 millimeter over there on the well. Don't forget that. And the 10 millimeter underneath your fender. And it's a pretty simple job. It seems a little bit intimidating with all the 10 millimeters, but honestly, you don't break a sweat. start to finish, you can do this in probably, no lie, 20 minutes flat. Well, once you know, if you study it and you know what you're doing right away. 20 minutes tops. So hopefully this tip helped you out, and if it did, or even if it didn't, just because I took the time out, please, guys, below, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get the subscribers up, and give me a like. Leave me a comment. Let me know you stopped by, and